so today I'm here for Top by Tuesday, and as I said last week, I'm going to be doing a list of like examples of tropes of like within tropes, like examples of that trope that annoy me. That was probably a really weird explanation, but this week's theme is going to be my top 5 examples of people cutting their hair, which is a trope that I absolutely hate. I don't know why. I'm just a very vain person and I love my hair. Even though I cut my hair off occasionally, I need to cut it again, and I might give it like bit of a trim. I don't know. It's gotten a lot longer than when I first had it done and I looked really, really bad. But I am here to talk about my top 5 examples of people getting rid of their hair or having it burnt off or having it gone, and I don't like it. So, and is it spoilery? I think this is a spoiler, knowing that these characters cut their hair off. Is it? I don't know. I might just put a spoiler warning here because I'm not too sure really, so yeah, but let's get into it. So number 5 on my list is from Fire Study by Marie V. Schneider, and this is the scene where Yelena's like in that fire and she loses all her hair, and Abbeyleec uses his hair as well, and I just don't like it. I don't like it, okay? It's just weird. Like, I mean, there's no, this one's number 5 because they had no control of it, but the minute she was bald, I was like, oh no, why? It just makes me so sad. This is probably making me seem like such a terrible person, but I need to talk about this as a top 5 for what makes me really upset in this trope because I hate it. But it makes me feel so bad for their hair because like it's so beautiful and then it got burnt off. 2 characters in one go had all their hair burnt off and I was like, Number 4 on my list is from Hair of Fire by Sarah J. Maas, and I think it's Air of Fire. Remember where Selena's like fighting and the dude like swoops his sword out and like cuts her plait off, and I was like, oh! And like she's literally like, oh hell no bitch, and like kills the guy, but literally I was like, oh! I had to reread it because I was just so forlorn about the hair loss, so I had to reread the scene to actually know what happened, but all I remember was just that snip. Selena being like, oh my god, my hair's gone. And it was actually sort of a recurring theme that she didn't have her hair, and she's like, I used to have the long hair and now the hair gone, and I'm like, I feel you. Number 3 on my list is from Insurgent by Veronica Roth, and I hated this. Literally when Trish took those scissors and was just like on her hair, I was like, please don't do this, why? And like literally the fact that Shailene Woodley kept her hair short as heck for this, like in the book she didn't actually cut her hair to the skull, like she probably cut it around this length, but no, Shailene Woodley's like, a wig would look stupid, and I'm like, this movie was already stupid. So the fact that I can't even get the hair right, but I hated that I actually had a full-on visual, right? Like I've read it in the book and it just made me sad, but I had to watch the movie again and just see this going as it did, and I'm just like, nah, I cannot handle this. I can't look at you the same. It feels weird. It actually feels so weird. Number 2 on my list is from Toxic Heart by Sigo Lawrence. This actually has to be my favorite hair cutting scene, and it's still something that annoys me, but I think it's cutesy because like in the scene, right, is that all the poor people are getting their hair shaves for knits and for stuff, and the main character Aria is like, oh, I'll go do it too so I can be with the people. Like she wants to show that she's supporting them, so she goes and gets her head completely shaved. She has beautiful long hair and she shaved it, and it's like, okay, but then another character, Turk, who has this epic mohawk, just goes up there and is like, I'm with ya, and shaves it off, and I'm like, you spent like 10 years getting that groomed and made and everything, and then you just went and got it shaved for her. So I really like their relationship with this hair thing. It's where they first bonded and it just makes me happy, but it's still really, really sad, and it's second because it's like my favorite, but like I still don't like hair cutting or shaving or whatever, but it's my favorite one. And number 1 on my list is from Lady Helen and the Dark Days Pact by Alison Goodman, and the reason this is on the top is because she didn't want to cut her hair and I didn't want her to cut her hair, right? Because Lady Helen has to dress up as a man so she can go around and fight demons, and Castleton's like, you have to cut your hair so you can look like a man, and she's like, I did not sign up for this, no, and he's like, you have to, and she's like, no, and he's like, I'm gonna make you, and I'm just like, oh no, and then she finally agrees, and you just feel it in your soul as the guy's cutting her hair, and she's like, I'm gonna be ugly now. I'm gonna be ugly and Lord Carlson won't like me, and then I have to walk around with this really weird hairstyle and no one else does this. No one else. I just felt so bad for her because like, look at, she had the beautiful hair and she didn't want to cut it, and it just makes me sad. Like, it got really dark just all of a sudden. Oh my god, where's the sun at? it's been pretty bad, the weather at the moment. Like, I feel like I can't even see. It got really dark, but I had a power outage like at work in Woolies, and it was the weirdest thing ever, right? Because I'm just walking around the store with a flashlight helping customers because it's pitch black in there and we just got nothing going. It was a very difficult time, but like the weather's been going like really sunny and then really dark, really sunny, really dark at the moment. So this is probably going to reflect in this video as it was really bright and now it's like mega dark, but still I was so upset. And then for the rest of the book I had this like slither of upsetness with me. Oh look, it's coming back, it's getting brighter, but it made me so sad. So these are the 5 books with hair cutting scenes that actually physically hurt me, and I feel like I'm gonna get comments of people being like, why are you so vain, why are you so weird? And I'm like, but just saying I don't care, because it is a very strong issue to me and I just don't like it at all. But anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this video and I'll talk to you later. Bye!